He doesn't realise that damage his comments to do. All because he couldn't get his own way. Because he can't influence people.
Kenny, good morning everyone.
Good morning.
Kenny's in the building and get this
leave that.
Right.
Gmail's letting you know.
I know, but it disturbs us. There's only one joining us at the moment. I think everyone is still in bed.
I don't know, it's just all the kids are back to school today, so the parents...
Morning, Michael from sunny Cornwall. Well, it's not sunny here, it's bloody raining.
Well, it's damp anyway, it's damp.
It's damp.
It's still back 16 degrees.
They said that the weather would be coming down a bit. The news in the political world this morning is that, has he lost the vote of confidence now?
No, he hasn't. What's happened, right, is that 21 of his Tory MPs have rebelled against the party because they, alongside the Labour Party, the Liberal Democrats, and the Welsh parties and the SNP, want to get through an Act of Parliament where we can never leave the European Union without a deal. So basically, what's happened is that they've won by a majority of 27. Like I said, the rebels.
Oh, so general election on the cards?
No, not necessarily. It's only a threat. What's happened is that because what's happening now is all those rebels were warned if they vote to against with their people with the vote.
Like you're saying.
Yeah. So if they vote, then what will happen is that they'll be expelled from the party. So people like Philip Hammond, Justine Greening, Kenneth Clark, they're amongst the 21 people. As you know, Sam Mia. They're all leaving.
Saying that we need Kenny in the House of Commons. I think you'll be brilliant there.
No, it's just right.
I love you on that. I'd love you to go on there.
Yeah, but you know the trouble with Brexit? Brexit is dividing families. Families are fighting amongst themselves because the reason why they're fighting amongst themselves is because there are different people who are pro-Brexit in a family and people who are against Brexit. It's come up to verbal and serious arguments. It's dividing families, dividing friendships. That's how big this thing is. The fact of the matter is we're going on about it all the time means it's massive.
I'll be saying it's time to go every time, won't I?
I don't know if you'll be saying that. The thing about the general election...
Time to go!
The trouble in the election is that Labour have to agree to it, and Jeremy Corbyn hasn't... although he says the right things, I don't think Jeremy Corbyn wants an election because the simple reason is that the Labour Party is completely divided over the anti-Semitism in their party. Conservative parties are divided over Europe. Both of them don't need the election because the simple reason is that Boris Johnson's got no majority now because the Tory MP crossed over to Liberal Democrats. So now it's equal in the House of Commons. So Boris Johnson hasn't actually got a working majority. He can work with the Brexit Party, but the Brexit Party are going to make significant demands on him regarding leaving without a deal and leaving no matter what. So in terms of politically, Boris Johnson can't afford that because remember, Boris Johnson has Tory grandees who donate to the party. Now, a lot of them are massive, big businessmen who rely on a deal with Europe, so he has to please them as well. So he has a political hot potato in that he wants to. I think what he's done is miscalculated. He's assuming that everyone who voted to leave Europe actually want to leave with no deal. It doesn't actually work like that. People who want it to leave still want a deal. It's not as clear cut as Boris Johnson thinks, and that's why he's got a problem.
Now, I think Kenny's a big Emery fan. One thing I say about Kenny on that is we don't agree on the coach.
We don't agree on the reason why we don't agree to Paul is the simple reason is that it's a time issue as well, and it's about tactics as well because the fact of the matter is that
he got it wrong Sunday.
You say he got it wrong Sunday. He got it wrong in terms of personnel because what he's done is that he's picked players that cannot carry out his instructions. Like Paul Merton put it, like I said it spoke for a lot of people, maybe yourself, Claude, when asked by Laura Woods on the debate what are Granit Xhaka's strengths, he said he doesn't know. He says he doesn't create assists, he can't hold the midfield, he can't break up the play, he can't mark, he isn't mobile. So what does Granit Xhaka actually offer?
But he keeps picking him every week.
Yeah, but you say the reason why Emery picks him because Emery's his captain. But remember, the previous manager picked him as well. Remember, remember what Granit Xhaka was brought for. Granit Xhaka was brought as a deep line midfielder. Now, as a deep line midfielder, then what he was prepared to do, he's meant to create from deep. Long passes that get to our
I suppose he done a few good things in the second half.
Well, it's not a case he did everything good, but everyone had to improve at Spurs, but the simple reason is the intensity levels and improve his bow. But there were still things he was doing wrong in the setting up. Like for instance, when we had Spurs penned in, he was giving away free kicks from Harry Kane. Because what Harry Kane was doing, which you never do to a player like Harry Kane, is get tightening, especially in the scenarios. Because what he's going to do, he's going to spin you, and then when he spins you, he's going to go to ground. It's a free kick because the end of the day, it's contact. He won free kicks against Granit Xhaka. Now, anyone with half a brain wouldn't go into Harry Kane like that. They would just let him make his decision. He goes, then you make the tackle. That's what you do in football. I think the reason is that anywhere around with strikers like Harry Kane are very, very clever, and that's how he tries to win penalties as well. Harry Kane is that he knows full well, he anticipates your contact, he knows that anywhere in the penalty area, if you go tight on him, and what he's going to do, he's going to do one of the things. He's going to link arms with you. You're going to put his foot out, and then what's happening is that he's going to put his foot out, but it's going to be linked to your foot. And he's going to go over because if you link your arms with you, and he's got his foot against yours, and he goes down. To the naked eye, that looks like contact. A foul.
Yeah.
So it's very
But it wasn't given on Sunday.
It wasn't given.
So
it wasn't given.
Then he should have been given the yellow card.
But he wasn't given last Sunday against Newcastle when he did the same thing, where he tried to initiate contact with Lascelles. Yeah. Everyone's saying Lascelles fell over and deliberately fouled him. That's rubbish. What Lascelles did is that he got in front of him and said, "Right, you have to get foul me." But what's happened is that Lascelles slipped. The same thing happened on Sunday, where he's going away from the goal, but he's initiating contact. He needs a penalty, remember. He gets a penalty, Spurs nick the game 3-2. So he's trying to win a penalty for his side. But what's happened is that referees know about Harry Kane. Remember, he got away with one in the League Cup semi-final at Wembley against Chelsea, where he did the same thing, where he's initiated contact from Kepa. Yeah. Kepa's put him all over the place because of his stupidity, and now referees think, right, that's what's happened. But Harry Kane's at the first striker to do that, he might be the last striker. The fact of the matter is that you win penalties, you win free kicks for your team.
Is it now time for going over all that now? I'm going back to Granit Xhaka, Is it now time that he is dropped from the side? Well, after what he done on Sunday, I've
got an interesting thing for you to say to your viewers as well. The fact of the matter is that Granit Xhaka is not the main man in midfield no more. That's Matteo Guendouzi. It's basically, as long as Unai Emery's the manager, it's Guendouzi and two others. It's just a fact. People think that Guendouzi and Torreira are fighting for the same place. They couldn't be more mistaken. Guendouzi is his go-to man. Last year, because you've got to realise that Unai Emery has known about Guendouzi for the last 2 or 3 years. Because remember, he was manager at PSG. Guendouzi was like the hottest thing to come out of French football. He played for Lorient in League 1.
So you've been into a fixed in now?
Oh, no, it's not so much Granit, but it's more Guendouzi.
No, Guendouzi and Torreira are fixed in.
No, I don't think. I look at the situation. I think Torreira is having to fight for his place. The reason why Torreira's going to have to fight for his place is because at the end of the day, Unai Emery wants more than what can Torreira offer.
Do you think Joe Willock is a bit unlucky?
Oh, 100% unlucky, because the reason is that what's happening is that we are asking for a mobile midfielder. Yeah. And because he gives us mobility,
would have been great at North London
he gives us something Granit doesn't give. Because remember, I've called on Arsenal fan too for Unai Emery to sign a mobile midfielder. What I want is a box-to-box midfielder. Yeah. Now, Joe could be that. So again, that puts Granit under pressure for his places. So if we have bought Granit as a deep line midfielder, then he's had to create chances for the front line. But the thing is, he's got another problem. Tobias is another conundrum, because Tobias may find it difficult to get in the game, because you look at it, Guendouzi breaks up the play. He can take the football to the back foot because we play straight at the back. He's now creating chances. Yeah. You know what I mean? And what's happening? He's driving as well from the midfield. So all we're missing now is goals. Now, I can see why Tobias is on the bench, because Guendouzi was doing the things that Tobias was doing. Last year against Brighton, when we played them at Dega in the Amex, one guy was angry that Mesut Ozil was taken off. Well, we know who he is. But what I argued is that in terms of the creative bubble, he said there was no creativity. Well, hang on here. The person who created that goal was Matteo Guendouzi. Remember that long pass for no. So what's happened is that Guendouzi is giving them everything, and as long as I thought
he was brilliant. I thought he had a really good game.
Guendouzi's been nothing.
I mean, last year I was very critical of him.
Yeah, but the reason why you got critical of him because remember, he's 19.
Yeah, I know, but I understand that. But there was a lot of times where he made a lot of basic errors.
What was he making basic? You know why he was making basic errors? Because he was doing the things we didn't like. He was trying to take the ball from defenders in dangerous areas and then trying to make play. He gets pressed. And then what will happen? That leads to an attack towards their goal and invariably a goal. So that is where your criticisms are coming from. But what's happened is that Unai is going to keep him telling to play that way. At the end of the day, that's what he's brought him for. So,
does Mkhitaryan leaving? Does that leave us short?
Not really, because you've got Reece Nelson. Reece Nelson will find himself.
Talk about squad-wise now.
Not at all, because he's trimming the squad.
By the way, while you're here, Joe, because I want to put this across to you because I was watching the show with Graham Brooks and Kenny and Robbie, and I want to put this straight. I don't think those three players up front, right? Right. Forget all the stats in the game, Forget all the stats in the game. But the three up in the front, for me, right? At the moment, I think it will eventually work. But at the moment, with Aubameyang out wide, it doesn't work. It takes you.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't. You don't get the best out of it.
What you're doing is that what you've got to do is that when you do analysis of formations and tactics, you've got to stick to what you believe in.
Yeah.
You can't accommodate your own views or accommodate what Unai Emery's doing. The fact of the matter is that Aubameyang is a forward. Yes, he may have played left forward in an inverted winger. He's probably the worst inverted winger I've ever seen. You know what I mean? What Unai Emery's trying to do is that he is trying to accommodate his two best strikers and probably his two best players. But it's at the expense of the team. Now at the Emirates, it probably will work. But away from home, it can't possibly work because what's happening is that he started to supply to them, which means basically you're playing with about 9 against 11.
Yeah, see, Robbie, I think you do a fantastic job in interviewing people. You're brilliant at that, and I love you a lot. But leave the expertise on football to people like me and Kenny, right?
Well, Robbie, be fair to Robbie.
No.
Robbie has to be objective, and he has to ask the right questions, and he has to say what he believes people are thinking, and he's going to stir the porridge.
He does a great job the way he interviews, and he's brilliant at that. But at the end of the day,
Emery out.
Had
enough, mate. Emery, come here, mate. Why? Tell us why. Tell us why. What reasons?
It's just, he's playing a flat midfield three.
Come down, put your head down.
He's playing a flat midfield three every single game at home. Play Ceballos, play Ozil. We want to attack. You
say that, but what's happened, right, is that in terms of what Spurs had a lot of strengths. And what they did is they maximised the spaces they had. And if you notice when you watch the game, they had more time on the ball. But you know what the problem is with that? Yeah. It's because of Xhaka.
Oh, you say good.
Yeah, we were. Yeah, and that's the thing.
It's like playing with 10 men.
Yeah, that's the
someone that gives fouls.
What does Xhaka offer us?
Captain,
he's
undroppable. Look at Wenger, undroppable.
Yeah, but if you know the thing is, right, I think that with Unai Emery, the player that's undroppable at the moment is Guendouzi. It's Guendouzi and two others.
But at least he's playing well.
He is. You know what I mean?
Hey, what's your name, mate?
Guy, mate.
Guy, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, mate.
I've got my train, but
look after yourself.
Nice to meet you. There's a lot of fans with different opinions. I respect that. And
you know why people are against Unai Emery like yourself, and I hear what you're saying. You're not seeing anything different. You're not seeing an improvement. You're seeing a situation where you thought that he was going to get rid of the deadwood, that places were up for grabs. But what you're seeing with Unai Emery is players like Xhaka seem to be automatic choices. He seems to have cracked the whip with Mesut Ozil, yet when in the big games last season, he played him. So I do understand people's frustration with Unai. But the fact of the matter is that Unai now has a situation now where we have to get a top four. He's got better players, more options. But the fact of the matter is that Unai Emery's had a bit of a shock last season where he saw what English football was like.
Don't get me wrong, Kenny. I want him to get it right, and I'll be the first person when he gets it right to praise. Yeah. But I'm seeing damaging signs here. I'm seeing things happening that are not right. They're not right. I mean, if these three, the trouble with these three, I think, I'm not sure, and maybe I'm wrong, whether they can all play together, unless, the only way I can see it working is if they rotate a bit,
They can rotate, but the only person who can't rotate
it's Lacazette.
That's it.
He can't.
For instance, you can play Ceballos as a false number. Sorry, not Pepe as a false number 9, and up front of his own because he's got a pace and he's got a trickery to do that. So you can do that with things. But Lacazette has to play in the middle, and that's a conundrum. If you look at the attributes,
and that's the problem because he does work hard, Lacazette.
Well, he's actually a better player than Aubameyang.
Yeah, but the thing is that Aubameyang will finish, and I know having said that, Lacazette
scored as well.
That was a quality goal from Lacazette, but 9 times out of 10, right, Aubameyang is a better finisher, isn't he?
Yeah. But that's the way he plays. I think Unai Emery's got a conundrum where Unai Emery isn't brave enough, in my opinion, to drop one of them.
If I'm not mistaken, it's when Lacazette went off, that Aubameyang came down the middle, didn't he? And it was more effective.
Yeah, that's the thing. He's his presence, but working off the ball and holding the ball up, he wasn't actually at his best.
Yeah.
Because if you look at the situation, right, it wasn't so much him, it was mainly Pepe who was putting us into a situation where he was holding the ball too long. He thought the game. He thought we were in charge of the game, even at 2-2. And what was happening? Spurs went, "Hang on here, we can win this." They're giving the ball away in certain areas. If we can get our runners off, we can create chances and outnumber them on a counter-attack, which they did on quite a few occasions. Only Tigers and poor finishes stopped Spurs from nicking that.
Yeah, exactly.
So what's happening is that Ceballos did that in the second half, and also Pepe did it cut on. That's a learning curve for English football. That sometimes keep it simple. Don't get too excited. Keep it simple.
Kenny, I don't want to keep you. I know you're a busy man.
Look after yourself. It's always good to talk.
But,
one thing I want to say today, it's Ashes Day. You know.
Oh yeah, but one last thing on the Ashes. Looks like the weather's. If it's the weather up north,
I don't know.
like it is here.
Well, I don't know. Manchester always rains, isn't it? The weather forecast of Manchester.
England, I think now it's in their favour. The momentum's with England now.
But your momentum doesn't. Remember, England got bowled out for 67, and no side in the first innings has got 400s. So which means is that both batters line up support.
With Australia having that in the bag, I think that's going to hurt.
Well, it's going to hurt, but at the end of the day, to make it more determined as well.
Yeah.
The one thing about the Aussies is that the Aussies are very good, have what England don't have is bounce back ability. Yeah. So don't get me wrong, they struggle with chasing low totals.
It's a quick pitch, isn't it? It's a quick.
Oh, bloody! It's going to favour Jofra Archer, but there's only one Jofra Archer. If you look at the Australian bowlers, all of them are quick.
Anderson's not back.
No, he's not back. He's injured for the rest of his life. But Stark's got pace. Like I said, Hazelwood hit the deck. You know, Cummins can hit the deck as well. So you have a situation now where if you want to actually get the ball,
whoever bats first is always going to be in the.
Well, I think whoever bats first needs to put 400 on the board. You put 400 and 500 on the board. I personally think it'll be a draw because I don't think we're going to see complete 5 days cricket.
It's going down to the Oval then. Which is normally a draw pitch, isn't it?
The oval pitch is a disgrace.
It's normally a batting.
Well, back in the 80s with Harry Brint, he used to produce quick surfaces. Yeah. So it was everything like on the 5th day, spinners had bounce, and it was a bit dry and had bounce. And the fast bowlers, everything for the fast bowlers. The batsmen could time it as well. So basically, as I was saying before,
that's very unusual for the Ashes to be played so.
No, World Cup. Yeah.
It's a shame because we're getting all the bad weather now, isn't it? So
the trouble with cricket nowadays, cricket is 12 months a year. Yeah. There's no break with cricket. You know what I mean? The players have no break, and that's why they retire early and go into T20 because that's where the money is, and it's a shorter form of the game, and it actually protects quality.
Can't we do like football and have a roof?
Never say never. Never say never. I didn't think when I watched cricket that we were going to see.
Why not?
Why not? Why not?
The ball would hit the roof.
Why not? I never saw a situation where I would see people having cheerleadings before a cricket match or like bunts of birds.
When the ball hit the roof.
Never say never in cricket. You know, Dave, it advances the game, the more people can come in. Why not? Remember, they've got day-night cricket with a pink ball. Yeah. Why not, mate?
All right, mate.
See you later.
Care, mate. Take care, Kenny.
See ya.
Yeah, see you soon, mate. Great man. Lovely guy. Lovely guy. That's Kenny's views. I don't always agree with Kenny, but one of the nicest guys you could ever meet, by the way. Lovely guy. Says it as it, like me, says it as it is. Doesn't care what anyone else thinks, and more than anything, brilliant. give you a wave. So Guendouzi, Torreira and Ozil, says Joel. I don't know whether Ozil will be back again. I don't know whether he'll ever play for the club again. I have to wait and see. Seems to be a lot of Madison's always. I like Madison, but we'll see how he gets on at international level. It'll be good. Don't know about national treasure. I've always got time for cricket. Where's your? Yes, I've been to Venice. Yeah, I've been to night. Very, very expensive. You think Emery's only slowly fading at Arsenal? Well, we'll see. We'll see. As I said, we're supposed to give him a season. Let's see how he goes. I mean, a few more comments before I go. I'll take a few more questions before I go. Love to go. Lovely place, Newquay. I went there when I was about 20, 30 years ago. Beautiful place. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Stokes is a Kiwi, isn't he? Yeah, you're right. New Zealand. Will AFT beat DTFC? We'll have to wait and see, won't we? I did have family there, but we've all fallen out, I'm afraid. So, in Italy, yeah. Opinion on Diego Simone? Yeah, great manager, great coach. You should travel to Switzerland. Yeah, I've been through Switzerland. You should visit Kenya. They love you. Oh, thank you very much, Kevin. Hello from Nepal. 90% of England's cricket team are from other nations. No comment. No comment. But that's the ruling. I mean, if they can take advantage of a ruling, they will. You could say that about all the other cricket nations as well. I think Allegri's coming next season. We'll get Champions League. Would you swap for a prime Thierry Henry, Aubameyang, and yes, I would. Yes. I live in Geneva, right. Have you been to Birmingham? Yes, plenty of times. We get opinion on Xhaka. I ain't got all day, mate. Yeah. Don't get me started on Xhaka, please. Reaction after 2006. Proud of the team. Gave it everything in the final 2006. We came up short in the end. Good. We love it from Australia. Thank you very much. Do you reckon Crystal Palace will get top four? No. As long as they stay out of the bottom four, that will be their main aim this year. Villa fan, what do you think about our disallowed goal yet? Incompetent ref, I'm afraid. Blew up too early, and VAR could not act, and the whole thing's a joke, really. I think once Holding is fit, I would make you captain. That might surprise a few people, but that's how I would go. Right. Right. Mohammed, I'm always optimistic, yeah? Okay, that's it. I'm gonna say goodbye to you all. Hope you all have a lovely day. The weather's not great. Good luck to England in the cricket. I don't think they'll get, if it's like this over in Manchester, I don't think we'll get much play today. But nice. Let's talk in the morning. Talk to you tomorrow. Yeah. Cheers, mate. Bye. Bye.